Have you ever felt that punch in the chest watching your bank account shrink, even though you thought you knew exactly what you were doing? According to XYZ Research, 2024, cognitive biases cost newbie investors in the US an average of $2,000 each. It's not just bad luck, it's your brain pulling the emergency brake. Today, I'm going to reveal the 10 brain traps that are sabotaging your investments, based on Thinking Fast and Slow by Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman. We'll dive into the science behind your costly financial mistakes and learn how to invest smarter. And if you stick around until the very end, the final lesson could save your portfolio, boost your profit potential by up to 30%, and keep your sanity intact. Investing seems easy. Buy low, sell high, right? But how many times have you scrolled your phone, entranced by a plunging chart, convinced it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, only to watch everything collapse? Your brain relies on mental shortcuts, cognitive biases, and instead of guiding you, it drags you into loss. Kahneman explains we have two decision systems: System 1, fast, emotional, impulsive, and System 2, slow, analytical, rational. When the market heats up, System 1 takes the wheel, and that's when things go wrong. Let's dissect the 10 brain traps that sabotage your decisions, and how to defeat each one with practical strategies. Your brain is brilliant, but also a trap factory. To save time and energy, it relies on cognitive biases, shortcuts. In the heat of the market, these shortcuts play Russian roulette with your portfolio. Kahneman calls the fast, automatic part System 1, the slower, deliberate part System 2. When emotions run high, System 1 takes over, and disaster strikes. Now let's reveal the 10 biases that sabotage your investments, and how to engage System 2 to regain control. Lesson 1. Beware of loss aversion. Imagine you buy a stock at $100, and it drops to $90. According to Kahneman's prospect theory, the pain of losing $10 is about 2.5 times greater than the joy of gaining $10. System 1 amplifies that fear, distorting your risk assessment. Many investors hold on to declining stocks hoping for a rebound, or sell winning positions too early to lock in short-term gains. Practical solution. Ask yourself, if I saw this stock at $90 today, would I buy it? If not, consider letting it go. Lesson 2. Beware of overconfidence. Overconfidence bias makes you overestimate your forecasting abilities. A 2024 NASDAQ survey found 74% of investors think they're above average, yet 9 out of 10 lose money monthly. That's like believing you're the next Michael Jordan because you can make a few baskets. In January 2024, many traders boasted, "I have a special instinct," and bought XYZ Corp, only to see it crash 30%. Practical solution. Challenge every assumption. Ask, why do I think I know better than everyone else? Consult financial reports, track records, and maintain healthy skepticism. Lesson 3. Avoid the availability heuristic. The availability heuristic makes you judge event likelihood by how easily examples come to mind. That flashy headline, "Market plunges 10%, sell now," imprints as a catastrophe even if it's statistically unlikely. In 2021, many sold Tesla in panic during the GameStop frenzy, missing a 45% rally. Practical solution. Look at long-term data, historical volatility, average annual returns, correlation with benchmarks, replace panic with perspective. Lesson 4. Consider regression to the mean. Extreme performances usually revert to the average. When a stock rockets, beware, those gains rarely last. In 2000, Pets.com soared 500% and then crashed catastrophically. System 1 attributes lasting causality to that spike, thinking it will only go up. Practical solution. Study 5-10 years of historical performance and compare with sector benchmarks. Ask, is this spike sustainable? If not, it's a fading star. Lesson 5. Use the outside view. The illusion of understanding makes you craft a simple story about a single company, ignoring market complexity. Kahneman advises using the outside view. Instead of obsessing over company A, compare it with a reference class, its peers. Practical solution. Gather benchmark data, sector PE multiples, ROE, debt ratios, and compare where your company stands. Ask, how does this company compare to its peers? This tempers blind optimism. Okay, so let's talk about John's story. It's a bit of a warning, really. So picture this. John, he's 30, and he's in his little home office. You know the type, posters of Wall Street everywhere. He's scrolling through Twitter, and all he sees are these posts saying, this tech stock is gonna change everything. And just like that, his gut feeling, that quick thinking part of his brain just goes wild.
John, all excited. Man, this stock is going to the moon. Just look at that chart.
His friend on a video call sounds a bit doubtful. Are you sure about that, Joao? I saw some worrying signs in news that things might not be so stable.
John, super confident. Nah, relax. It's just a small dip before it goes up again.
So he clicks buy, totally caught up in all the excitement online. But then, April 2024 rolls around and the tech world hits a rough patch. That stock, it drops like 40%. But John, he just holds on. He doesn't want to lose money. He's still too sure of himself. And all those big scary headlines are messing with him.
News anchor? You hear them but don't see them. The market is crashing. People are selling everything.
He pretty much watches all his money disappear. For days, he can't sleep right, just thinking over and over about every click he made, every chart he looked at. He didn't get the stuff we talked about, like looking at company reports, comparing things to see if they're good, and ignoring all the crazy news. Could have helped him. And the worst part? Joao didn't realize the biggest problem was actually his own thinking. What if that was you? Have you ever woken up at 3 in the morning, heart pounding, thinking, oh no, should I sell everything before it gets even worse? Ever had your stomach in such a knot you couldn't even eat? That's when you hit a wall. That's when you realize the market doesn't care about your feelings, and if your brain isn't ready for it, it won't help you either. Investing is an emotional roller coaster. Fear of losing eats away at your confidence. Anxiety of, did I do the right thing? Steals your sleep. Envy of that friend who got rich stings like a slap. But you're not alone. Everyone goes through this. So ask yourself, are you following the herd, letting hype, panic, and rush drive your actions? That's like playing chess without knowing the rules and expecting to beat a grandmaster. Take a deep breath and ask, is this the path I really want to stay on, or is it time for a strategy change? The first piece of data you see, like a past stock price, becomes an anchor that skews your judgment. Studies show arbitrary anchors can shift estimates by 55%. In investing, this means you base decisions on historical price rather than fundamentals. The anchoring effect is a bias where an initial piece of information influences subsequent judgments. System 1 latches onto that anchor, warping value assessments. Calculate intrinsic value, discounted cash flows, EBITDA multiples. Ignore past prices. Try it now. Pick a stock you own. Think, would I buy this today? Then comment, yes I would or no I wouldn't. If you love a brand, System 1 hijacks you, making you ignore cold data. In March 2024, many bought Tesla because they loved the cars, then saw it fall 25% when production missed targets. The effective heuristic happens when emotions, brand affinity, influence decisions over rational analysis. Focus on objective metrics, free cash flow, PE, EV, EBITDA, engage System 2. Ever invested just because you loved a brand? Comment brand love if yes. When you own an asset, you value it more simply because it's yours. Studies show investors hold losing positions 50% longer than rational. A friend refused to sell a falling petro stock. The endowment effect is a bias where individuals place extra value on assets they possess due to emotional attachment. Reassess your portfolio as if you had 0 positions. Ask, would I buy this stock today? Have you ever held a stock just because you already owned it? Type yes in the comments. How information is framed changes decisions. Look at these 2 ads. 90% chance of profit versus 10% chance of loss. In 2022, a brokerage touted 95% chance of upside, and subscriptions soared when reframed as 5% chance of downside. Sign-ups dropped 70%. The framing effect shows that presentation, gain versus loss, alters risk perception. Whenever you see 90% chance of profit, reframe it in your mind as 10% chance of loss. Type 90 tenths if you've fallen for a framing trick. System 1 thrives on instinct. System 2 examines data, calculations, and scenarios. Before you invest, build a discounted cash flow model, compute PE and beta, and sketch scenarios. Kahneman distinguishes System 1, fast, intuitive, biased, and System 2, slow, analytical, rational. Spend 30 minutes this week building a spreadsheet for your top 3 favorite stocks. Comment, "I did it" if you already use System 2, and share this video to help more people think rationally. Remember John? He changed his approach. Instead of chasing hype, he built spreadsheets and compared companies. He tuned out sensational headlines and activated System 2. Now, a month later, he's recouped most of his loss. He didn't become a millionaire overnight, but he found something far more valuable: peace of mind. Instead of waking up in a sweat, he sets objective alerts and leaves emotions for after-hours reflection. So, are you ready to do the same and take control of your portfolio? If John's comeback inspired you, drop A in the comments. Investing isn't just about charts or economics, it's about mastering your own brain. Stop falling for fear, haste, and unchecked emotion. Use Kahneman's science to think rationally, strategically, and above all, to win. The greatest risk isn't the market, it's you. If this video made you rethink your investing approach, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. In the comments, let me know, which bias has tripped you up before? Or share it with a friend who needs to hear this so we can master the investing game together. And here's a teaser. In our next video, I'll show you step-by-step how to build a bias-proof portfolio using only deliberate System 2 thinking. You won't want to miss it.